Hello and welcome to another Friday Favourites. As always with these, I've got a mixed bag for you, but hopefully you might find something that you like, this is why I do it, because I want you to have a wide range of things, and all the links are down below as always. I'm going to do this one first because, oh my gosh, it's tricky to hold. Can I do it? This is one of the Grimm, Grimm rainbows. And we've had this in our house probably 4 years. And it currently sits, oh gosh, I'm going to put it out the way. It sits in my daughter's room, but it is brilliant for playing with. So all of the pieces fit together, but you can create so many things. Sorry, I'm not going to clump around too much, but you can, and there's so many different inspiring things that you can do, all on Pinterest, and it's brilliant. I am really trying to find ways, especially in the morning, where the kids are playing, essentially. And they've suddenly got much better. They're up so early, my children, but they've got much better at getting themselves dressed and breakfast. My son can operate the toaster now, all of these things. It's great. So just putting a few things out in my daughter's room without it being a complete pigsty before she leaves has been great. And they fit really nicely together. And yeah, she loves it. She's 5, but also she's been playing with it for a long, long time. They are quite an investment because they're all sort of handmade and it's not plastic and all the rest of it. But I do think it will have eventually a good resale value, and also there are so many different ways that she can use it. The second thing is a food item. So I've just got 2 of the flavours that we happen to have in at the moment. These are the Bio and Me granolas. So apple and cinnamon is this one that's been going on, which is the kids' favourite. They did try the chocolate one, but they didn't like it as much as the apple and cinnamon one. And this one I think is my favourite, which is the super seedy and nutty. My kids are both in that, and for me as well. Massive growth spurt, huge appetites at the moment. And the temptation can be, or I guess how our 80s and 90s parenting might be, is to let them have loads of biscuits and sugar and all of that. And it's just not good for us. My kids do have treats, but I don't want them to kind of always be on that sweet treat train. I love these because it not only, I think it has like 15 of your plant-based foods a week. So there's this thing that nutritionists say that you should have 30 different plant foods a week. I've never actually counted, so I don't know if I do that, but I'll read you the ingredients, especially on this one. Almonds, hazelnuts, brown rice, buckwheat flakes, carrots, cashew nuts, chicory root. Like, my kids are not having chicory root, but they would eat it in this. Chia seeds, dates, linseeds, olive oil, pumpkin seeds, quinoa, sunflower seeds, and whole grain oats. So it's a bit more of the, I guess because it's good ingredients, it's a bit more pricey than the sort of supermarket general, Sainsbury's own brand things. So instead of them just giving bowls and bowls, I've started to do this thing where they have it as their pudding, basically. So I put some Greek yogurt in. If we've got any fruit in the fridge or whatever happens to be in the fruit bowl, slice it up and then sprinkle like a tablespoon of this on the top, and then a bit of honey if they want it, and it fills them up, which is great. Number 3, I got this trio of bags. So they come as a pack, this one and these 2 from Marks and Spencer's. I'm using this as my makeup bag, which you might think is quite massive, but actually I quite like it that it's roomy. Also, it can squish up to there. And all 3 of them, they came in a pack 10 quid, which I thought was a really, really good value. Of course, they're really well made, sturdy, they're going to last for ages. This one, for example, you could put, I don't know, cotton wool and or I don't know, whatever you like. You put jewelry in them, and yeah, they just feel really nice. And I just got to that stage where, I don't know, maybe this is being a woman in your 40s, where everything just felt like it needed a refresh, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Number 4 is a trip that we've done a lot as a family, and I thought I would share it because I think sometimes when people come to London, especially if you don't live here, I'm talking like I'm a tourist, but I've actually lived here nearly 25 years. But sometimes it can be so overwhelming of all of the things to do, or you might sort of go to the standard places that, you know, like the Science Museum or the Natural History Museum or Leicester Square. I don't know, all of these things. And actually, you might get to that stage where you want to do something different. But here is a really great route that we've done a lot as a family. Again, my kids are 8 and 5, and we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it works really well for both of them. So you get the Central Line to Holland Park, and then you come out the station, and then you walk along, I think it's Holland Park Road, and enter the park, Holland Park. And it's beautiful. There's a Japanese garden there. There's loads of wildlife and peacocks. There's a lovely cafe. There's often something going on, which is nice to stop and look at. But the main thing, especially if you've got kids, is it's got a great park. Massive things to climb on, really exciting, lots of different levels, all things for lots of different abilities, or if your children have needs or require some support. It's brilliant. It's so good. And of course we now have to sort of go at the weekend, but sometimes if you get there early on a half term or something, if you get there at like 9:30 in the morning, it's really quiet, it's really peaceful and lovely. And then what we tend to do is, once we've finished at the park, we might have a picnic, or I don't know, go somewhere for lunch. There's a really good Gales on Kensington High Street. Is we head out to the opposite side of the park, and there you will find the Design Museum. This place is so beautiful inside. It's all kitted out in wood, and it's just amazing. And they often they've got loads of sort of things you can touch and fiddle with, which is perfect if you're a child or even an adult. And then they will have other exhibitions that you can pay for, really good gift shop as well. And I think this really fits in with what I've been saying for a while, is that we as a family now are always looking for our weekends to fulfill everybody's needs. And I think it's so tempting as a parent, or you can just sort of fall into that, where you're doing all of the things, you're taking kids to parties or clubs, or, you know, trying to entertain them, and then you kind of finish the weekend going, well, what did I do for me? Like, did I read a book? No, because I was doing all of these things. And so when we're planning our day, we make sure that our things sort of tick, or at least there's something for everybody throughout the day. I mean, you know, I might like to just go to Westfield and have a nice boozy lunch, but that's not necessarily conducive with kids. So yeah, this is a really good one if you, like us, are in this spot too. Finally, a TV show. My best pal recommended this, and it's called Colin from Accounts, and it's on iPlayer. I am still on the first series, but there is a second series as well. And this is exactly up my street. I mean, I do watch a lot of drama and crime documentaries, and actually my TV choices or preferences are quite varied, actually. But for me, I also love, I guess it would be a rom-com, but I like it when you feel like you're watching a play, or when the dialogue is very naturalistic, and throwaway and off the cuff, and you're just, you feel like you're watching something. You forget you're watching a TV show, essentially. It could be that people watching where you're watching somebody at a bus stop. And it's great that it's very witty and interesting and has lots of twists and turns. And also it's a great thing. I've been watching it in the evening. It's quite light-hearted. So that's really good as well, because actually watching, true crime documentaries at 10:15 at night is probably not the one, or not conducive to great sleep. So those are my Friday favorites. If you want to find out more, you can watch the others in the series. There's plenty that you can get cracking with, and subscribe and follow along, and I'll see you next week. Bye.